Hello everybody and welcome back to NASCAR 06 Total Team Control. This is Aaron Fitch from ATF Gaming, and we are going to the Milwaukee Mile today, and depending on how long that takes, we could go to the next race, which will be at Martinsville. Let's get started here. As I said in the last video, Milwaukee is one of my favorite tracks of all time. Unfortunately, they don't race anymore, so they don't race there anymore. I can use words. As you can see, Bill Fuller is leading all of our teammates with one top 5. I have one top 10, and Bu Phillips is struggling. Without a top 10 in that first race.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Milwaukee Mile, one of the oldest and most respected one-mile tracks in the United States. The Milwaukee Mile has been hosting races since the early 1900s, and the tradition continues with today's NASCAR Wheel and Modified Series race, the Badger State 150. We're just minutes away from the start of the events as EA Sports brings you live racing action from Milwaukee.
Alright, as I said last video, I won't practice on camera. We're just going to go straight into qualifying. So Milwaukee can be kind of tricky, but in the corners you can see they have that dark grayish. Wow, awesome start. They have this dark grayish area. That's usually the preferred racing line there on the low end. You can kind of migrate up to the top, but usually the fastest lane is to go on the bottom here. Alright, here we go to start our first qualifying lap. In turn 1, you have to be very careful not to hit that pit road wall at the bottom. I'm sure throughout this video you'll see me hit that more than once. But hopefully not. Hopefully I've learned my lesson throughout playing this game. And we're in the grass. Hasn't really affected us that much. We'll get off of turn 4. First lap we're going to be in 5th place. Second lap here. Let's see if we can improve on that a little bit. As of right now, not too much. We don't really have much straight line speed, it seems like. I don't know if that's me getting off the corner bad or if it's the car doesn't have as much speed, but it doesn't seem like straight line speed is our forte. But we're going to start 5th based off of that first lap. Let's see where our teammates are. We got Abraham in 3rd, us in 5th. We got Phillips in 14th and Fuller in 17th. Fuller was the one that did really well last week, so let's hope he can improve on that. I don't think I'm going to change anything with the car setup. I like the way it was. I just got to, like I said last video, get used to it a little bit more. Ooh, we got a challenge. So this is something that will happen quite frequently. You get a challenge from your teammates, and if you accomplish that challenge, then you can get a certain bonus from that. So this challenge is, if you and teammate Bo Abraham can beat Matt Martin at the Badger State 150 on Wednesday, week number 2, I'll make sure you get a fan support bonus of 20,396. Alright, so this might be the first time you guys will be able to see the team control action. I'll try my hardest to complete this challenge, but in the short races that we have here in the modified series, I might not be able to do that. But we'll try our hardest. We're starting 5th. If we can get out front and maybe have a little bit of a gap, I will definitely try to get back to Bo Abraham, which I believe is the 191 car. So I gotta remember that, 191. Yep, he's in 3rd, so I shouldn't have an issue beating Matt Martin, because Matt Martin, as you can kind of see, starts 13th. So let's start the race here and hope things work out without me having to do too much work. And as I previously stated, there's our teammate right there, starting 3rd. Oh, we got somebody trying to jump the bottom here. Oh gosh, I really don't want to hit that wall on the bottom. That can be a killer. So I tried not to drive it in too deep. As you saw in Richmond, I really like to drive it in deep. Oh, I'm going up the track a little bit, but I'm able to stabilize on the high line there. No big deal. We're just following our teammate up here. I'm going to stay on the high side. Look at that. I didn't hit anyone. That looked like something that last race I would have been able to hit someone. We are still on the outside, which, as I mentioned, is probably not the most favorable line here. Looks like our teammate's trying to get up on the first place car, but he has third place underneath him, so... Oh, God. Lost control a little bit there, but nothing too bad. As you can see, I'm not really moving too much forward on this outside line, but it looks like I'm going to be clear on the inside, barely, but I still run it up the track anyway. I'm sure my teammate's underneath there. Oh no, I cleared him. I'm going to try to get low here. Our teammate's peeking down. Oh, there's your first example of the dreaded pit road wall in turn 1. Oh gosh. Alright, we managed to survive that. Our teammate is in the lead. We are fighting for second right now with the 193 car. Let's try to push our teammate up front a little bit. He might be a little mad at us for getting into him earlier. Let's see if... Oh, I bumped him a little bit. No harm, no foul. Just moving him out of the way a little bit. Just a little Kyle Busch tap there. And we are in the lead for the first time in this playthrough. Let's see if we can keep the lead. And let's hope Abraham can keep it up here, because then I won't have to go back and try to help him a little bit. But like I said earlier, if I get out front by a little bit, I might go back and help him anyway. But not too bad. As you can see, I'm in the grass here, and it's not really hurting me too much. It actually kind of helped, ironically enough. The grass physics aren't really that realistic here. But if you can stay in this gray area right here, you'll be fine. But as you saw in the earlier part of the race, I mean, I didn't really lose any spots on the outside because of running in the outside line. So it's still a good racing line, but I personally think the bottom is the preferred line here. Now, if I drove it in as deep as I did in Richmond, I would definitely be hitting that pit road wall more than once, but I'm being very aware of that here, trying not to screw that up too bad. And we got about a half a second lead. We've seen that guy in second kind of come up close every now and then, but we really haven't been able to extend the lead as much as I would have liked. But I think we're about halfway right now. I'm going to go back and help Abraham, which was the 191 car. So, with our right joystick, as you see on the bottom right, we have three options: the 192, the 191, and the 153. I'm going to select the 191. And there's a bunch of different commands that I'm sure I'll never use, but the only one that I probably will use is the bottom one, which is the double arrow, which is switch. So I'm going to do so right now. Wow, he dropped back way far. So he's in 9th right now. So let's try to get him back up. I don't know where Matt Martin is right now. Oh gosh. Now, as you just saw, his car is probably a lot looser than mine is, as you saw by the near spin out on the front stretch there. So I gotta get used to this new car. Every car handles a little bit differently, because every driver likes his car just a little bit different. Alright, we're moving up to the front here, but we get loose off the corner. Oh shoot. Well, there's your example of me being stupid for the race. Hadn't really done anything stupid yet until now. And there's your example of not having any yellows because there was not a yellow flag. And most definitely in a regular race, there would be a yellow flag there. So now, my driver, as you can see in the top right, is still leading, luckily. So I'm going to see if I can get Abraham back up the field a little bit. But his car is really loose. I'm not liking this. I usually like my cars a little on the tight side. I can usually control the tightness with my gas and throttle control. Not gassing. I'm not controlling it with my farts or anything, but definitely with throttle control I can manage the tight car. But loose, you just really got to be in control of the steering wheel. And as I'm playing with the controller, you probably won't have much control over it. Ironic, because the name of the controller, you would think that you would be able to control it a little bit better, but alright, so I'm still getting loose off the corner. At this point in time, I think I blew our shot of getting the challenge. Unfortunately, I'm not really passing anybody. I think he's going to have better luck by himself than I will with this car, so I'm going to switch back to my car here. We're still out front by about the same margin. So I'm just going to stick with my car and hope that he can save it himself. Oh, gosh. Alright, that perfectly demonstrates the ability not to get used to a car that you just switched to. And I now have a car on the inside according to my spotter. And as spotter just said, I got the most laps led, so I'll get 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. I'll also get 5 bonus points for leading a lap, as this is back in the old point system. The point system that I didn't really understand that much, where the winner gets like 170 something points. I don't really know how to explain that much, but I can much more understand the new point system. Meanwhile, it's the white flag, and I'm going to try to win this race. This is going to be really close at the line. We're side by side. Oh, we wrecked. We wrecked. I'm in first. And we won. Our first win. Not the cleanest win ever, but we got it. Matt Martin's in 8th, so we failed the challenge. I deeply apologize to our teammate for screwing him up, but we won the race, and that is what matters right now. I didn't do a burnout celebration because I was so excited and talking to you, so maybe next time we win a race I'll do an actual burnout. And there's our replay of me screwing up in the background. But as you can see, last race we won like $600. We won like $600. This time in the race winnings we won over $2,000. So we're definitely winning a lot more with the race win there. Let's see where our other teammates that I didn't manage to screw up finished. Phillips is in 11th. Abraham moved back up to 17th. I believe I left him in like 20th, so he passed a few people. And then Fuller, our other teammate who finished in the top 5 last race, finishes in 22nd. Alright. As I said before, that was a pretty short race, so let's try to go to Martinsville now. There is our victory lane celebration. We got 700 hero points. We got about 18,000 fans. So, we're definitely moving up in the world a little bit. We have more than just our 50 loyal family and friends that we started out with. Oh, we got 2 phone calls. Let's see what's going on here. Actually, we got 1 email from Bo Abraham entitled, "You failed." Yep. "I didn't think you could pull it off. You failed the team challenge." Well, thanks, Bo. I'm proud of the team effort that we put in this race. And I will definitely attempt to get it next time. We got a phone call from Ace Moneymaker. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hey, it's Ace. Just called to let you know you've been doing a great job out there. Little positive affirmation for you. Keep it up.
Alright. Ace is being positive, happy about the win. And in our contacts, we have a message from Bo Abraham, which is in the next race, if you can finish ahead of all of your teammates at the Appalachian, however you pronounce that, 150 on Wednesday, I'll make sure you get a fan support bonus of $11,000. Well, not 11,000 people. I wish fan support bonus came in money, but it doesn't. Alright, so that should be pretty straightforward. He's giving us a redemption after I wrecked him in the last race to fail the challenge. So we're going to do the next race, which is at Martinsville, and we're going to try to finish ahead of all of our teammates. Now, as you can see here, they'll tell us who wins each race. So Kevin Harvick won the truck race, Tony Stewart won the Xfinity race, and Jeff Gordon won the Daytona 500. So, Jeff Gordon, 2005 Daytona 500. I can use numbers. Alright. And we're simulating through a couple more races because we're not racing in those series. And as you can see, I still have 0 stars at Prestige, but I have 1 win, and that's what matters right now. I will make sure to check the points after this race to see where we are in the point standings. I would imagine we're top 5 because we won the last race. Let's see what the announcer has to say.
I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome you to one of the most exciting half-mile tracks of the NASCAR Whelen Modified Series, the Martinsville Speedway. Expect lots of pushing and shoving and plenty of close racing as these drivers do their best to run up front. Prestige is on the line in the fight to earn a shot at the next level of racing. The race is only minutes away. Buckle up for some exciting modified action.
Alright, thank you, announcer. I probably should practice, but I'm not going to. And we're going to qualify. I'm not a big fan of Martinsville. I don't know what it is about it. I'm just not a huge fan of it. I'm sure I'll be able to explain my frustrations better when I'm screwing up in the race, but we will see how our qualifying session goes here. Okay, let's start our first qualifying lap here.
Scoring this one, buddy. Go hard.
Alright, we stuck it to the bottom pretty well. We're on the pole so far, going down the back stretch. Alright, try to secure a good starting spot on lap 1 here. We're not going to get the pole on lap 1, but we are going to get 5th. Let's see if we can do better in turns 3 and 4 this next lap here. Our corner speed is definitely helping us, but our straight line speed on the straightaways is not really helping us at all right now, and that's what's killing us on these qualifying laps. So I think we're going to be qualifying 5th. Yep, 5th based on our first lap. Again, I'm not going to really make too many changes. It felt pretty good, just lacking the straight line speed a little bit. Let's see where our teammates are starting here. Let's cycle around. Got Shannon on the pole like usual. I'm in 5th. We got Fuller in 8th. Got Phillips in 15th and Abraham in 18th. So our challenge of finishing ahead of the teammates, I'm going to start off on the right foot. We're starting ahead of all of them. So let's get into the race here. And like I said earlier, if you can finish ahead of all of your teammates, you'll get a fan support bonus. Let's not let Bo down this time. Let's get started.
Okay, this is it.
Just try not to make any rivals here on the first lap, as I'm sure I will. Yep, didn't quite stick it to the bottom there, but it looks like everybody saved it for the most part. If you didn't know, that screen in the top middle is my mirror, so if you're ever wondering what's happening behind me, that will probably be the easiest way to find out. Alright, we're up into 2nd already. We kind of pushed and shoved our way up here. And now we got the 190 car of Ned Shannon. I think it's Ned. I know it's Shannon. And Shannon, so it's something Shannon. But I'm pretty sure it's Ned. Alright. We are underneath Shannon here for the lead. Let's see if we can complete the pass. Yes, we did, but he's going to try the crossover. but I think we ended up completing the pass. Yes, we did. Let's try not to screw up this corner too much. Turns 1 and 2 seem to be our good turns, which makes no sense because turns 3 and 4 are basically identical. But we seem to be doing really well in turns 1 and 2, which is good, I guess. Alright. So, again, we're not really pulling away by much like the last race. But we are staying in first, which is a good sign. And this car is definitely handling a lot better than some of the other cars we had. But that car that we switched to, Abraham's car in the last race, that was so loose. So unbelievably loose. I couldn't control it no matter how hard I tried. And if I feel that in qualifying, I will make an adjustment. I will make a wedge adjustment. But these base setups for my car seem to be doing fine. And as you might have heard from the spotter, we got Shannon right on our back here. Let's try not to lose the lead. Alright, we got off that corner really well. Shannon might be getting past for second. But again, in turns 3 and 4, I just can't keep it to the bottom like I can in 1 and 2. And that's where I lose all my time. Oh god, don't hit the apron. Don't hit the apron. That is your death wish right there if you hit the apron. So let's try not to hit the apron here. And again, I go up the track in 3 and 4, and he's right behind me again. Alright, we just reached the halfway point. I believe we might have, I don't know if we led the first lap or not, but I believe we've led every lap after that, so we should be getting the laps led bonus points. Oh, great. We got the 190 underneath us again, and he makes the pass. And we got whoever this guy behind us coming up. But I'm going to try this. Oh, he came down on me. I was there. I was there on the low line, but he came down on me. So that's all on him. I drove it in as deep as I have done. And he came down. Alright, let's see if we can pull out a little bit more this time. And again, I'm up the track, and he's right there. Alright, and the spotter just said we led the most laps there, so we must have not led the first 2 or 3 laps or so. I don't remember. So long ago, like 5 minutes ago. Short-term memory. Oh, we got some crashes here. We got a car on the front stretch just sitting there. In a normal NASCAR race, you would never see that happening under green flag, but in the Wheel Modified Series, we don't have cautions, so that's going to happen. I don't think we'll reach this car in front of us. That car is still there. I don't think we'll reach that car that's going into turn 2 now. I don't think we'll reach him to lap him, but oh, something must have happened behind us because we have a 2-second lead now. I don't know what happened. I might have to, I don't think the replay will help me with that, but I now have a 2-second lead somehow. I'll have to watch that back when I edit the footage here, but I will take it. I hope our teammates are doing okay. That car is no longer just sitting there on the bottom, so maybe somebody hit him, T-boned him on the front stretch, and that caused a chain reaction. That might be the case here because we have a 1.7 second lead now. Alright, we are coming to the white flag here. Barring something catastrophic. Looks like we're going to run away with the win here. Yeah, not much to say. Pretty good race. We got the cameras going in the crowd. Celebrating my second win of the season. Here we go. And this time I will go and celebrate for you. And I run into the wall. I'm running into the wall. Alright, that was the worst possible victory celebration you could do. I damaged the car, and I really didn't get a burnout. My celebration skills will definitely need to improve, but hopefully I'll get a lot of practice at it. Because at this rate, we've won 2 of the 3 races. We're at a 67% winning percentage, so hopefully we get a lot more time to work on that victory celebration. For some reason, Bill Fuller isn't as much of an ally as the rest of our teammates, but no worries. I haven't really been racing around him. Maybe he got caught up in that wreck that I had with Bo Abraham's car, and maybe he hates me now. Who knows? Alright, we're going to advance. Let's look and see where our teammates finish. I am first. I led 16 of 18 laps. We got Phillips in 9th, Fuller in 13th, and Abraham in 18th. So after me wrecking him in the last race, he's still kind of in the back of the pack here. And here we go to victory lane. We got 400 hero points. We got 19,000 fans and some prestige. We'll go back to the main menu here, and I'll show you the standings and any incoming mail or phone calls we have. And then we will sign off for the day. Oh, we got 3 notifications on our phone. Let's see. We got from Bo Abraham. We'll look at him. Good job. I knew you could do it. You passed the team challenge. I'm glad his tone has changed a lot in the last 10 minutes. And our contract notification, you may get a raise soon. That's good. Because, I mean, yeah, we have $18,000, but that's still not very much in retrospect. So, let's see if we can get some money going. We got a phone call from Ace Moneymaker about our fan support. Let's hear what he has to say.
Hey, I don't know what you're doing out there, but you need to keep doing it, because your fans are going crazy. I got 4 bags full of fan mail here for you, and I gotta tell you, some of these pictures are pretty interesting.
Well, he's getting some interesting pictures. I'll leave that to your imagination, Ace. Alright, so that's going to be the end of this episode. Next episode, we're going to go to Nazareth, which is an old speedway that, unfortunately, is no longer in existence. I believe, well, they for sure don't race there anymore, and I believe that the racetrack has been torn up. But it's quite a unique track. I'll definitely point out some of the unique characteristics in the next video. But let's go to the standings. And we are the points leader. We have 530 points, and we are 40 points ahead of Ned Shannon. As I predicted in the first episode, we will definitely probably be racing with Shannon for the championship. Our teammates, we got Bill Fuller in 10th, Bu Phillips in 11th, and Bo Abraham in 13th. So they're all in the same area, but we are definitely the class of the field right now. Let's check to see what the other series are doing. Jimmy Johnson's leading the Cup standings as of right now, with Jeff Gordon in 2nd. Remember, Gordon won the Daytona 500, but I think I remember seeing Johnson winning one of the other races that we simulated over. In the National Series, we have Kenseth leading over Shane Meal and Brian Bickers. Good for Kenseth. And in Truck Series, we have Kevin Harvick over Ron Hornaday and Bill Lester. Hopefully we can get going in that Truck Series soon and start racing with these higher level teams. But I'll take a look at my career status. As you can see, my meter is slightly in the blue, but not too much. And this is where we're going to leave it for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you want to see more content from ATF Racing or Gaming, we will definitely want to hit that subscribe button. And I definitely appreciate it. It helps me a lot in the long run. And I will look forward to seeing you in the next race.